Good morning. So I put some review of some exams in Moodle, so you can check them. So I already graded your exam. I graded last night, so if you have any question, you can ask. So we want to review our final exam. And I'd like us to review, I hope you've checked the practice exam in Newton, right? I have the same exam here, so I can share with you.
-9. Is that 9 points?
9 points.
19, 16.
This is the best I've done on any exam.
Is this your final exam?
No. I just didn't want to go to class, so I'm doing it via Zoom. Like, this is the last thing, the last actual class. I don't have to go anywhere for anything else, so.
Oh, this is the last one for.
Hey, Bailey, could you mute, please?
Okay, so you can mute. You don't have to listen to what you're saying. So this is the exam which is in Newton. I hope. Are you guys seeing in Zoom?
Yeah, we can see it.
So did you check that exam? So the exam, so this one is a replica of what you are supposed to expect in your final. So this is what we are actually going to expect, almost similar to this. So it's basically more of the application of what we have done. So it's actually the application of what we've done. So like the first question over there, are you seeing there? Okay. So graph the horizontal line going through the ordered pair. So you have the ordered pair there, which is -2 and 3, right? The equation of the horizontal line. So what does that mean? So actually, these are very tricky quiz or exam. It's a tricky one. So you must be very careful and you must know what you're doing. So if I bring back our screen,
Stop share is at the top.
oh, okay, stop share. All right. So it says, so do you guys, are you able to access your Newton exam? You're not, right?
Not right now.
Not right now. So let me share it with you guys in Moodle. So
have access to the practice one.
Yeah, the practice one.
Yeah, we have access to that.
Oh, you have access to it?
Yeah, we have it. I just don't have internet right now, so I can't do it right now.
Oh,
but
okay.
I have access to it.
All right. So about the guys in Zoom, are you able to access your practice exam?
Yes.
I can
Yeah.
just put it. Okay, if you're able to access it, then we can continue. So, so the first question is actually very tricky. So if you're not very careful, then you might miss it. So it says graph the horizontal line through the ordered pair. And the ordered pair is -2 and 3. So this is the ordered pair. So this one is the ordered pair. So this is X, and this one is what? Y. Okay? And it says, write the equation of the horizontal line. So basically, you're given a graph of that form. And this is 1, 2, let's say 3. 1, 2, and 3 there. Okay? And then this is 1, 2, and let's say 3. And then it goes like that, 4. So it is -2, okay? So you need to know this is the ordered pair x, y. So this is x and this is y. So you look for the value of x, which is here, which is -2, and then you go to the point where y is. So it is there. So this is the point. So that one is our point. Now it says, write the equation of the horizontal line. So our horizontal line, so you should know what is a horizontal line, what is a vertical line. So our horizontal line is that one. So what will be our equation? So what is the equation of the horizontal line? Y equals to what?
3.
So y equals to 3. Just like that. So that is our equation of our horizontal line. Now, when it says the equation of a vertical line, what will be the equation of the vertical line? What is the equation of a vertical line? What? What is the equation of the vertical line?
X equals -2.
X equals to?
-2.
Yeah, so the equation of a vertical line is x equals to -2. Okay, so the next one is rationalize. And this is what I also gave you, it's similar to this, I also gave you in your exam. So if you're given the root of 15 all over the root of 35. So these roots are the same, yeah? So you can still write this as the root of 35 all over the root of 15 all over what? All over 35, okay? So you can still write like this. And then you simplify. So if you simplify, then you divide by 5, by 5, and then this is 3, and then you divide by 5, you get what? 3 over 7. So it is equals to the root of 3 over what? 3 over 7, which you can still write as the root of 3 all over the root of what? 7. And it says, rationalize the denominator. Our denominator is what? So you should know which one is the denominator and which one is the numerator. So the denominator is this and the numerator is this. How should we rationalize this? We multiply by what? The root of 7, and then all over the root of what? All over the root of 7. So when you multiply this, so it is similar to the root of 21, okay, all over 7, because root of 7 by root of 7 is the same as root of what? 49. And the root of 49 is 7. So our rationalized answer is that. Then again, let's check the instructions there. Make sure also you read the instructions. So the instruction says you have 2 hours and 15 minutes. On paper, show work, simplify your answers. Make sure to number your problems. Box or circle your answers. Your personal notes are permitted. You may use a typical calculator. So those are the instructions. Also, it says problems 1 to 18, no partial credits. So the way I usually give you the partial credits, so question 1 to 19, 18, but this is the instructions of the past exam, okay? So the coming exam, you might be given the same instructions. So we will not be marking the partial, we will not be marking anything. So we just be marking the answer there, okay? So if you don't get the correct answer, then you get a 0. So there is no partial credits, or worth 2 to 4 points each, okay? So problems 19 to 31 are eligible for partial credits. So you're given the instructions there. So you have 100 points, and then submit your paperwork within 5 minutes of being done. Follow your instructions. So make sure you read the instructions there. Okay, so we can come to the next one. Again, the discriminant. Okay. So if we review the discriminant, we say our discriminant will always come from x equals to minus b plus or minus the square root of what? B squared minus 4ac all over what? All over 2a. So basically here, our discriminant is this, b squared minus 4ac. So we want to know what solutions we're going to get when we apply the, this is the quadratic formula. What solutions are we going to get when we apply the quadratic formula? So this is the discriminant. Now, if you have the equation x equals to, y equals to ax square plus bx plus c, this is a function, so you can just leave this one alone. Let's say equals to 0 like that. So if you have an equation like this, now, when you have the values of A, you have the values of B, and then you have the values of C. Then if you put these values here, and what you get is when B squared minus 4AC is greater than 0, yeah? So if this one is greater than 0, then we have 2 solutions. And these solutions are what? They are real. The solutions are real. When we have b squared minus 4ac equals to 0, if this one is equals to 0, if this is equals to 0 here, then we will only have one solution. So we will only have one value of x. Okay? So if this one is greater than 0, then we have 2 solutions. 2 solutions, and the 2 solutions are what? They are real numbers. Now, if we have b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, if this one is less than 0, if this is less than 0, so getting the square root of anything which is less than 0, which is a minus, If anything is less than 0, then that means that one is a minus. Then we have two solutions here. But the two solutions are what? They're complex. They are complex. So they are complex. Now you are given the discriminant for that equals to 0 is 81. So when the discriminant is 81, that one is what? Greater than what? 0, right? Therefore, the quadratic equation has what? Two solutions and what? And both of them are what? Are real. So both of them are real. So our answer there is B, which is two distinct are different solutions, and they are real. Okay, so I hope that one is clear. Now, question number 4, use the AC method. Okay, so use the AC method to factor 6x squared plus 5x minus 14. So what did we say about the AC method? If you still remember. What did we say about the AC method? So if our equation is ax squared plus bx plus c, let's say this one is our expression, then our AC method is where we use this a and what? And the c there. So our AC method is we get the number in which the product is AC, yeah? And then the sum is what? The sum is what? The sum is B. So that is our AC method. The product is AC, and then the sum is what? B. So we get two numbers in which the product is AC, and the sum is B. So you should know how to get those. So you multiply A and C. So in our case there, it's 6 and 14. So when you multiply the two of them, you get a number there, which is negative 84. Then you look for two numbers in which the product is 12, the product is 5. So basically you might get something like 12 and 1, and minus 5, minus 7, sorry. Then now you factorize that expression. Any question up to there? Guys in Zoom, do you have a question?
No.
All right, so the next one, number 5, find the restricted value of rational expression. So there are some terms which you need to understand. Find the restricted value of the rational expression. So what does that mean? So basically, this one is like the critical, looking for the critical points. So we want to know what is restricted there. Yeah, that means if for us to restrict this, then that means the denominator there should be equal to what? 0, right? To become, so now it will become undefined. So what are those values in which when we put there, then it becomes undefined? So our function there is x minus 8 all over x squared plus 2x minus 3. So what are the values that can make this expression to be restricted? So that means we equate this one to what? Equals to 0. And then we look for the values of x. So those values of x will give us, show us will give us the values which can restrict our rational expression there. So basically, this is testing more of how can you solve the quadratic equation there. So here you can use the what? AC method. The product is -3 and the sum is 2. What are the two numbers? What are the two numbers? Is this 3 or 8? So the product is -8. What are the two numbers? So you can get the two numbers there. And the two numbers can be what? 4 and what? And 2. So x squared plus 4x minus 2x minus 8 equals to 0. So x plus 4 minus 2x plus 4 equals to 0. So x minus 2, x plus 4 equals to 0. So the values which will restrict our expression there will be x equals to 2 and x equals to -4. So our answer is this. X equals to 2 and x equals to -4. All right, so our next question there, number 6. Number 6 is saying, do not solve. So you don't have to solve. So you write the what? The system of equations there. So we said if you're given a word problem like that, what you do first is you read the statement. The next one is you identify what they're asking for, and then now you use the letters to put what you're looking for, and then now you can form the system of the two equations there. So it says Kevin has a collection of 41 coins consisting of nickel and quarters. The total value of the coins is that one. Let n be the number of nickels and q the number of quarters in that collection. Set up, but do not solve the system of equation. So a system of equation that can be used to determine the number of nickels and quarters. So it says set up, but do not solve the system of equations that can be used to determine the number of nickels and quarters in the collection. So you must read the statement, and then you now put a system of equations there. So again, you must remember what nickels are and what quarters are. Yeah. So you guys, I think you know them. So nickels, I think they're what?
0.05.
0.05, right?
Yes.
And then quarters are 0.25, right? Yeah. So there, the first equation there can be n plus q equals what? 41 coins. And then the other one is you multiply 0.05n plus 0.25q equals to the value of the coins there, which is 4.85. And that one is our system of equation there. As simple like that. Actually, this one will not take you a lot of time. And that one is 4 points. So again, make sure you work on this. First of all, work on the questions that you're so good in them, okay? So fast. So you go to the questions that you're so good in them, and then you might come back to the questions which you're feeling like you did not do well. All right, number 7, find the slope, the x and the y-intercept. So the line, that line is given there, write the intercepts and as ordered pairs. So actually that one is simple. So first of all, you need to know that the equation of a line is always y equals to mx plus what? Plus c. So you must write in this form, y equals to mx plus c. So after writing in this form, then now you are able to know the value of what? This one is the what? The gradient. So this is the gradient. So after writing that, then first you get a gradient. Now, to get the y and the x-intercept, for the y-intercept, you let x to be equals to what? 0. So after getting that, then that means the ordered pair there will be what? 0 and what? The y that you get. 0 and the y that you get. So this is the ordered pair. Okay. Then for the x-intercept, then you let y to be equals to 0. So you let y to be equals to 0. So when you let y to be equals to 0 there, yeah, then you're able to get there. So basically, if you look at our equation of a line here, when you put x to be equals to 0 here, then our y is a constant. So our ordered pair is similar to 0 and what? And c. And c is the constant there. Then for our x, when we put y to be equals to 0 here, then our x will be what? So 0 equals to mx plus c. So when we take the c to the other side, then minus c equals to mx. So our x will be equals to minus c all over m. So our ordered pair will be what? Minus c all over m. And then what? Then 0. So that is our ordered pair. So you can use the same way to solve the question there. So again, those are 3 points. Very good points. Number 8, we did this one last in our chapter 11. So it says, find the distance between the points -4, -5, and round your answer to the nearest 10. So we know our formula for getting the distance between the points is equals to what? It's equals to the square root of what? x2 minus x1 square, okay? x2 minus x1 square, and then plus what? y2 minus y1 square. So that is the formula. So there you have -4 minus 1, and then you have -5 and 2 there. So this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, and this one is y2. Okay. So you now substitute these values to that expression, to that equation there. Then again, I think you did the round your answer to the nearest tens. So we know that if this is the point here, and let's say this is 995, okay? So let's say this is 0.995. So we know that this one is 10, I think. This one is what? Hundreds. And then this one is thousands. Okay? So to the nearest tens, so this is 10. So we do what? We look at the next one there. So if this one is more than 5 or 5, if this is greater or equals to 5, then we add 1 here. So in our case, if we are told to the nearest tens, then that means this one would be what? If we add 1 here, then definitely this one is will be equals to 1.0. That one is to the nearest tens. If it is to the nearest 100, then you look at this, and then you also look at the next one. So if this is greater or equals to 5, then you add this one 1. So basically to the nearest 100, then this is equals to 1.00. Like that. So if it's nearest to thousands, that way. So you need to know. So you need to know. Any question? All right, so question number 9. Question number 9. So question number 9 says, solve the equation. So solve the equation 5 plus x minus 9 absolute value equals what? Equals to 11. So first of all, you need to put the absolute value to one side and the other ones to the other side. So in our case, we take this value 5 to the other side. So what we get is x minus 9 equals to what? Equals to 6. Now, this is similar to what? So that is similar to what? So if this one was negative, if this was negative, then what will be our answer?
No solution.
No solution, yes. But if this one is positive, then that means x minus 9 equals to minus 6, or x minus 9 equals to what? 6. So you can get the values of x there. So it will be x equals to minus 6 plus 9, or x equals to 6 plus what? Plus 9. So our x equals to 3, or our x equals to 15. Okay? So that's how you solve that. So you need to know if the absolute value is equal to negative, then there is no solution. If the absolute value is positive, then you have the two of them there. Good. All right, so the next one there, number 10. Again, you must read and understand. Read and understand there. So it says again, do not solve. So you must follow the instructions there. Do not solve. So it says Mildred can draw a boat 3 miles per hour in still water on a river. On a river, it takes her the same time to row 14 miles downstream as it does to row 7 miles upstream. Let x be the speed of the current. Give an equation that represents this problem. Again, you must remember the formula for getting the distance and what? Time and speed. So we know that speed equals to distance all over what? All over time. Now we use the same case here to solve that question. So it says these are equal. So it says Mildred can row about 3 miles per hour in still water. Okay? So there is current there. So if it is still water, then what do you do with it? What happens? In Zoom, if it's still water, then what happens there? What happens to the speed? So you add the speed there, okay? So the speed of current plus the speed of your boat. Then if it is against now the current, then it reduces the speed. So you subtract. So now you use that thing there to solve that. So therefore, for that case, then we are looking for what? We are looking for time. So time is the same as distance all over what? All over speed. So our distance in one side is 14 miles and the other one is 7 miles. So you equate that. So it can be 14 all over 3 plus x equals to 7 all over 3 minus x. Okay, and that is the solution. So you just leave it like that. Number 11. Number 11 again, system of equations. So go and read more on parallel, go and read more on consistency, inconsistent system, consistent, dependent, independent. Go and read on it. So how many ordered pairs solve the system there? How many? If it is parallel, how many ordered pairs will solve that system? How many? So if it is parallel, that means that those lines will never meet, right? So they will never meet. So therefore, you cannot solve. So you don't have any ordered pairs that will solve that system. So there is none. So you just put it none there. So is the system consistent? So if it is parallel, then the system is what? Inconsistent. Is the system dependent? If it is parallel, the system is independent. So go recheck on the ordered pairs for solving the system. So you go read more on systems of equations, how to solve them. Okay, number 12. Number 12 again, what do you do there? We did it almost recently. So solve the equation. So there you have x minus 2 squared equals to 11. So what do you do here? You get the what? The square root. So if you get the square root here, then x minus 2 equals to, if you get the square root of this, so this is plus or minus the square root of 11. So our answer will be x equals to 2 plus or minus the square root of 11. Just like that. Then number 13, you have the factors there and the equal sign. What is the solution? So our solution will be x plus 6 equals 0, x minus 5 equals 0. 3x minus 2 equals 0. The values of x will be minus 6, 5, and what? And 2 over 3. All right. Simplify. Simplify. This is very simple. Like the ones which I gave you in our exam, it was a little bit difficult, but this one is so simple. So the square root of 54, sorry, y raised to 6. So looking at this is a square root. So this will basically come out. You multiply by 1 over 2 there. So you get y raised to 3. Then when you factorize this is the square root of 9 by what? By 6. So 9 by 6 is what? This, the square root of 9, which will be 3y cubed, the square root of 6. And you get your answer there. Again, number 15, solve the formula P equals to 2L plus 2W for L. That means you make L the subject. So how should you make L the subject? So it's actually so simple. So you take all those values to the other side, and then you divide by 2 to get your answer. Evaluate, so show work. So I think from number 16, you need to show the steps that you're doing. So maybe you can get some partial credits here. So if it is 125 raised to negative 2 all over 3. So to remove that negative, what do you do? So you can say this is equals to 1 all over 125 raised to what? 2 all over 3. And then now you solve from there. So finally, what you get is you get 1 all over 25. That's your answer. Number 17, change that one into equivalent equation in radical notation. So you should know how a radical is. So this is a radical. This is in terms of radical. So for that, then you have 7x raised to 3, and then all this raised to 2 all over 5. So when it is 2 over 5 here, then that means this is similar to what? 7x cubed square, and then raised this one to 1 over what? 5. And this is also similar to 5th root of what? 7x cubed square. So that is in radical form. Okay, number 18. I think I gave you something like this in your exam. So again, number 18, the cube root, the square root of 20x squared y, the square root of 8x6y raised to 2. So these roots are similar, so you can combine them. So it is similar to the square root of 20x squared y, 8 times x, 8x raised to 6 y squared. And then now you look at these and then you solve them. You simplify it. That is actually so easy. Then number 9, time is moving so fast. Huh? So number 19, again, you need to take the other numbers, the other side, and then you remain with the absolute value in one side, and then you look for the, again, I think I did not tell you about the interval notation and algebraic. I think I told you about this, algebraic notation. So interval notation is, let's say, of this form. 0, let's say 6. algebraic notation is like, so this is interval notation. Algebraic is like now, let's say x greater than 0 and then less than 6. So this is algebraic notation. So this one is interval notation, algebraic notation. So most of the questions will be like right in interval notation and algebraic notation. So you should know which one is algebraic and which one is interval notation. So if it is something like this, let's say 0 and 3 union, let's say -1, like what we had in our exam. I hope you got something like this. I think some of you got it. Let's say something like that. So this is interval notation. So for algebraic notation, then you need to know how to write the algebraic notation. So how will you write the algebraic notation of that? So how will you write the algebraic notation? So to write the algebraic notation of this, then this is basically OR. So it can be what? Can be x less than -1, and this one can be x greater than 3 for the one algebraic notation. So interval notation and algebraic notation. All right. So I hope. So we still have like 2 minutes. So if you look at question number 31, it was in your exam, but I only changed the equation there. And then looking at, I don't see anything crazy here. Yeah, I think we've covered almost, I think everything here. What is in this exam, we have actually covered. So there is nothing that you can say it's new. So there is nothing new here. So do you guys have any question? Any question? So make sure you remember your exam is on Monday. It will open from, it will be in Newton. Eh? So again, make sure you are reading your emails. Most of you don't even read the emails. So read your emails, check. I have already put some of the review tests like a few minutes ago. Go look at them. Then what else? So there is a penalty. Yeah? So you're given 5 minutes to. So our exam is strictly 2 hours, 15 minutes. So it's actually 2 hours, but you're given 15 minutes to submit your exam, okay? So when that 15 minutes elapse, you can be given like 5 more minutes to submit your exam. So if you submit the exam after that, then you get a penalty of 30 marks. So 30 points will be deducted from your exam. So I hope you'll follow the time, and then guys, I wish you well. The exam is not that hard, as you can see from here. So the only issue is you go read, review a lot of questions, and then review the same exam. So you look at the one question, and then you go read that section. You look at another one, you go read that section until you understand everything, okay?
How many questions is the
The exam is like this, the practice exam. Okay, so you're given like 40 questions. Yeah. So you're given like 40 questions. You're told to do the first 8 questions or 10 questions, and then the other ones you select, the ones you want to do. I think it's written here. Yeah.
Is the practice exam for a grade?
No, it's not for any grade. Yeah, so it's only for your practice. But you make sure you do your homework one, your homework 7 and homework 8. I extended up to homework 7 is today, deadline is today. Homework 8 is, I think deadline is tomorrow. So make sure you do them. Homeworks are so important. All right, guys, I wish you all the best in your job. And see you next time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, bye. So if you have any question, you can always write to me the mail or you can text me. So have a nice Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much. You have a good break.
You too.